Get some people in here real quick. Get my camera set up. There we go. There we go. Got my camera set up here. I am Mr. Creepy, the one and only. Let's play some music. Get some more people in here. Welcome, Sandra. Hit that share button, guys. Alright. There's 3 minutes till. I am Mr. Creepy, the one and only. Welcome to my podcast. This is the first via live video of Mr. Creepy. This is the only damn time you'll see me via video. So, let's get some more people in here if we can. Is anybody out there? Jimmy wants to be a guest, alright? Alright, Jimmy, give me a minute. It's adding you. I don't know what's going on with this darn thing. Haven't quite figured it out. There you are, Jimmy. Jimmy. How can I help you, sir?
Okay, here we go. I had to get headphones or else I can't do this. Now, what did you say?
How can I help you, Jimmy Shadow?
Oh, first off, I would like to congratulate you on your loss last night. Attaboy, champ.
It wasn't Mr. Creepy that lost, it was the lunatic that lost.
Well, you let him know. I figured you could pass the message along.
I will.
Because one of us won last night.
Yeah, you did win your match last night, didn't you?
I did. It's a great way to start the weekend. Although it's a shame that Justin managed to lose to a takedown superstar of all things.
Yeah, but it was a good match and all overall. Even though it wasn't the main event, which it should have been.
It made no sense. You and I main evented it. Why wouldn't you and heck?
I don't know why Justin wasn't the main event.
But you and I were, because I did fight you. That was not Justin. I got Mr. Creepy.
Yes,
That
you
explains
did
why I
get me.
lost.
I'm more sadistic than Justin is.
Well, that's what I
But
wanted.
Justin would have won his match if Chris wouldn't have jumped him before his match.
Yeah, but Justin should expect that by now. It's Dark Carnival. It's what they like to do.
Yeah, but you see, Chris got it wrong when I jumped him after his match. He should have came after me, not Justin.
Very true. Very true. Obviously, Chris has the same problems as a lot of us. It gets you all confused.
Exactly. Well, if you will excuse me, I will have to get back to you. I have a guest trying to get in on here.
Works for me. I'll be here as long as my phone doesn't die.
Alrighty, I have to get to this podcast. I have some announcements to make, and I think you might exactly like the power rankings tonight there, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm excited now.
You might like them.
We'll see. I
Maybe.
will see you later.
Alrighty, you have a good one.
You too, sir.
Now, Corey Heck, my first guest of the night. I'm going to add you in here, sir. I got some questions for you. Corey Heck,
Hello, hello.
the one and only Corey Heck.
The one and only.
How are you feeling after that jackhammer from the lunatic last night?
You know, my back hurts a little bit. Hurts a little bit. How are you feeling, Mr. Creepy, after that Widowmaker I handed you?
That was the lunatic that you handed it to. See, if you would have gone up against me, it would have been a different story.
Is that a fact?
All right, I got some questions here for you, Mr. Heck.
I have
So
answers.
there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on with you and the Bullet Club over the past few weeks. What are your thoughts over the building of the church, beer money, and Mr. Black, and even Matt Astor?
You mean the rivalry building?
Rivalries, yes, sorry.
Okay. I guess we'll go over this individually. The franchise, as everybody knows, is a hypocrite, a fraud, and ever since he got that crown placed on his head, and it's like this switch that flipped, and he just became more pretentious and just overall self-righteous than ever. And that needs to be stopped. That needs to be slowed down for sure. So, first and foremost, first order of business is taking care of that. Franchise is going down. In terms of beard money, well, you know, I think Mark and Garrett got that under control. They can handle their own. Personal swings, really, not on my level.
About that, I had a phone call.
Oh, no problem, buddy. Mr. Black and I don't really have a rivalry building. It was just a shots fired kind of thing. I'd say that's probably behind us for the time being. Matt 8-Star, I'm not sure what his problem is with me exactly. Never really stepped on his toes until he opened his mouth. But it's always nice to share a ring with a champion. He's a good opponent, and I'd gladly take that match anytime. That's really all I got to say about that. It's going to get exciting.
I understand. I see. So, going off topic here, how would you rate your match with the lunatic last night?
The lunatic showed up last night. He might have lost. But he showed up. I wasn't aware that the Horseman had jumped him backstage. If I'd have known, I'd have definitely been there to help him out. because I didn't want any interference. But I would rate our match 10 out of 10. It was a good match. I mean, towards the end of the match, the Lunatic had the upper hand. I just landed that finisher, got the pin. Here I stand, the winner.
Might have to hook up with me next time, if the board will let it.
Anytime, sir. Anytime.
All right, your next question is, how deep is your connection within the following members of the Bullet Club?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, they're my brothers. TJ Youngblood, as you know, last season he wasn't doing so hot. Hooked up with me in the Ring of Honor, and we made things happen, man. And ever since then, he's been a little brother to me. He's been exactly what I need when I need it, and I can call on him anytime. Mark and Garrett, more of the same. They're good cats. So I'd say our relationship's pretty good, and it's only going to get stronger as the season progresses.
All right. That is very interesting that you have that much respect for your own crew members. Well, team members.
I think a lot of stables are, they're stables, they're a team, but they're not family. They're not really friends at the end of the day. And
Team Extreme is the family, I can tell you that one.
see, that's important. You have to connect on that personal level. You have to know each other in order to truly coexist, or else it won't last. But I think we're here to stay.
That's good. I hope you guys are here to stay, because
We absolutely
you
are.
make your way to Bloodlust again. I'll give you one.
All right.
Make your way to
Like
Bloodlust, or I'll come over to the Takedown, and I'll be more than happy to show your crew some real fighting skills.
I'm sure they would be up for the challenge as well.
All right, one last question here. Who do you respect the most in the league and why?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's funny you mentioned all those names earlier. You know, guys I had a run-in with, guys you would think I don't like. I really don't like Russell. Let's get that straight. But I respect them most of all because in the ring, they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. They know what they're doing, and that's why they have my attention. And you see, I respect Mr. Black because what you see is what you get. He tells it like it is. He tells you how he feels. He doesn't hold back. I respect Matt 8-Star because he has integrity. Some might say I don't have integrity. Whatever. But he has integrity, and I respect that. He knows at any point he could lose his championship. It hasn't gotten to his head for as long as he's held it. And you got to respect a man like that. I respect Beard Money as a tag team. They are legendary.
Yes, they are.
They get the job done, and they're on the rise again. I respect that. Personal bullshit aside, I respect all of them. I respect the Lunatic. I respect the Lunatic because ever since he's held the title, I've sensed more passion in him than most other people. He wants to hold the championship, and not only does he want to hold the championship, he wants to defend it anytime, anywhere, and that's important. When you have a paper champion, when you have a paper champion that doesn't want to defend his belt, he hides behind doors and hurdles and the board of directors. No, you don't get that with the Lunatic. He was the first one, and with no hesitation, to accept my challenge. And nobody else even responded. And I think that speaks volumes about me and
It
about the
does.
lunatic. I don't really think
Oh no,
anybody's
I'll have to
fucking with
get
either one of us.
I'll have to get the lunatic's outlook on that next time I talk to him. Hell,
Yeah,
he might even
yeah.
make a promo after this.
I'll be listening.
I got a follow-up question for you, Corey, if you have the time.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for Over the Top Royal Rumble?
I'm going to toss everybody over the top rope and walk out with my hand raised like a boss.
Spoke like a true competitor and wannabe champion.
You know, I do want to be the champion. I think everybody wants to be the champion. So, sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, my friend. All right, Corey, it has been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a wonderful day, sir. If you
Thanks
can.
for having me.
All right, bye-bye.
Peace out.
That's Corey Heck himself. Now we can, I can't speak tonight, guys. We got an email from the board of directors, and it states here, for the next 3 months of pay-per-views. Now, I was going to have the board of directors as a guest tonight, but for unforeseen illness within the family, he was unable to be on the podcast today. So I will read his email that he sent to me earlier. In January, we all know we have Over the Top. That's this Sunday. That's tomorrow. February, we have Contention. Early March, we have Rising Sun. Now, everybody, get your passports because we are going to Japan. End of March, we got the Big Three. Now, that is the biggest pay-per-view that we have every year. The biggest. That's why it's called the Big Three. It's actually our third season. Our third one of having it this year, I believe. That's why it's called the Big Three. Now I'm going to go over a recap of Bloodlust. Then I'm going to get into the power rankings. Well, matter of fact, let's just get into the power rankings. At number 10, for a long time coming, Jimmy Shadow. Number 9, where he's been staying at for the longest damn time, Donnie Effenbrown. Number 8, due to her loss, Bella. Number 7, the woman that actually beat all the odds last night, Janine the Redhead. Number 6, the Agents. Number 5, I don't agree with this. This man should not even be on the damn power rankings. Chris the Horseman. Number 4, Amber. Number 3, the Right Wing. Number 2, I dropped a spot. Me. Damn it. Number 1, Savio, which is understandable because Savio had 2 matches last night, one being a title reign. which he actually defended his title and actually won, which I see you in here, Savio. Good job on defending your title last night. Sucks that you had to have 2 matches, which I would love to have you as a guest a little later on to talk about what happened last night with the board, with Terry Leonard. Now we're going to recap Bloodlust. Donnie opened with a promo. Now, he was talking to the fans about how good of a superstar he was and all this other bull crap. Donnie's just being Donnie, and I don't believe it. Corey Heck, you also respect Savio. Well, that's good. Now back. Sorry, guys, I had to switch my screen around. I couldn't see the comments here. All right, next we got Hello, Bella. Welcome to Creepy's Asylum. Then we had Chris and Donnie versus the Agents. Now, the Agents won that match, but at the end, I jumped Chris and Donnie to teach them a lesson that, you know, you're going to jump the lunatic, but you ain't going to get the upper hand on me because I'll jump you. Either you like it or not, see it coming or not. Then Agent Stone backstage jumped Jason of the right wing. Jason got the upper hand on him. Then we had Megan and Harper. Megan won. Terry Leonard came out to tell Savio they had 2 matches, which one would start at that minute against Jonathan whoever. He really doesn't matter to me because, you know, it just doesn't matter because he don't matter. Then his title reign, title defense against Ryan McCormick. Now, that was a hell of a match there, Savio. Hell of a match. I'll give you props on that. You won your match. Then after it, you try to put him through the damn announce table. Sucks that you couldn't. I would have loved to see you do that. Then we had Chino and Jimmy. Then in the middle of that match, Chill's music hit. Tried to distract Chino, but I guess it didn't work, or it did work, because Jimmy won the match. Then Outcast came out to try to jump Jimmy, but Jimmy got the upper hand and threw his ass on out the ring. Then we had Chris jump the lunatic backstage, but in the lunatic's fashion, I guess we could say. The lunatic whooped his butt and even turned a fire hydrant onto him and sprayed him 3 times. Then we had Corey Heck versus Justin the Lunatic, which we all know. We just seen the interview. of Corey Heck, which he won that match because the Lunatic got jumped. Then we had the Revival versus the Right Wing. The Right Wing won because the Revival sucks. Then we had a triple threat match. Jen, the redhead, a member of Dark Carnival, and Bella. Now, that was one hell of a match for a women's main event. I got to give it up. Even though through the whole match, Bella was pretty much running the show, Jen still pulled out the win. That's your recap. Now I'm going to see if Savio, if you're still here, if you'll call in, sir. Yeah, Jimmy, fuck the Revival, because the Revival sucks, sir. They do. Let's see if we get Savio on the line here. Get something to drink. No answer. Okay. No answer from Savio. Well, I guess he doesn't want to be a guest on Mr. Creepy's Asylum. Bella, how about you? Would you like to be a guest? To put your 2 cents in? Ah, she's not here. Sandy Stars, you have not yet been a guest on a podcast. Would you like to be a guest, ma'am? Let's see if I can get you added here. I guess she's not in. Only got 2 viewers. Oh well. Well, guys, I guess since I have nothing else to say, out of character, I'd love to be, but having lunch. That's fine, Sandy. Maybe next time. You know what? Matter of fact, next week, Sandy, I'd love to have you as a guest. Can we book that? Let's go back here and read some comments. Jimmy Shadows, I know I told you I'd give you another shot. So let's go ahead and add you back here while I'm waiting. Yes, can. All right. Thank you, Sandy Stars. What's up, Jimmy Shadow? Welcome back to the Creepy's Asylum, sir.
Looks like you're having a similar night to me the other night.
Well, people are probably at work, so they can watch the playback. You gotta forgive the sound in the background. My dog's playing with his squeaky toy.
Is it your dog or Justin's dog?
It's the Lunatic's dog. The Lunatic is a little tied up at the moment. Literally.
Probably literally. Yeah. So did I miss the power rankings? I had to step out for a second.
You want the power rankings? All right, I can do the power rankings again, Jimmy. Power rankings are Jimmy Shadow at 10, Donnie F. and Brown at 9, Bella
dinosaur?
at 8. Jen the Redhead at 7. Agents at 6. Chris the Horseman. I don't agree with this one bit, but he's at 5. Amber Taylor, 4.
Ooh.
Why? She lost her match last night. Well, she didn't even have a match last night. So why is she even on the power rankings?
I thought she had a match. I must have overlooked
No,
that.
because she tried to jump Bella last night, and Bella pretty much went right after her, and the referees had to pull them apart.
They should have let Bella take her out.
I agree with that. The right wing coming in at 3.
They should be higher.
The lunatic Justin coming in at 2.
Whoa. Since when is the champ at 2?
Yeah, but wait. That's because the lunatic lost his match last night.
True. He did.
Savio, he won 2 matches last night. So he comes in at number 1.
If I could send all the applause, thank God the board finally woke up about him. You can keep challenging him, and he's going to keep winning.
That's the way I see it. Let's see
He
who
ain't
else.
taking it easy.
People keep coming and going.
What do we have? We have, what,
2 people.
Savio and Sandra?
Savio's not even in here anymore, I don't think. It's not showing on my viewers list.
Yeah. It's a bad time of day for this.
Yeah, no, it was a good time for a couple of my guests that I was going to have today. And, you know, one I had, which was Corey Heck, and it was a good time for him because he has real life stuff to do with training and stuff like that. So it was a good time for him. And the board, he had unforeseen family illness last night, so he was unable to make the podcast today. So hopefully we can have him next week.
I would have liked to hear from the board today. It would have been nice.
It would have been nice to hear from the board because I had some hard-hitting questions for the board.
I actually have a shout-out to the board that I think they need to listen to because the way they've been handling things concerning me. I've got a match this Sunday. We both know that against my best buddy, I guess we'll call him my playmate because he thinks this is a game. I guess we're having a play date on Sunday again, and considering how bad they want to hold me down, and it's so obvious that they're paying off the refs more than Tom Brady is. But how about I pick the ref for Sunday? You made this a pin-only steel cage match. Obviously, you want to be able to control it.
So you want a cage with a special guest referee?
That I do, and I've already got the man in mind that I want.
What special guest referee would you want?
I would want the man who only has to work the over-the-top battle royal. My best friend, the Dutch Nightmare. Let's give him something else to do. Let's let him shine one more time tonight. That's what I say. You know, I want him, but I definitely don't want one of their cronies in there.
Well, their cronies are, well, I guess you can say they're non-biased.
Non-biased.
Speaking of Outcast, he has just joined.
Good,
You
I sent him
speak
an
the
invite.
man's name and he comes in. Welcome,
Good.
Outcast.
Let's get Outcast on here if we can. I'd like to hear from him.
All right. Justin the Outcast, would you like to be a guest on Creepy's Asylum?
I wish there was a way for us to do a back and forth. That would be so awesome. We could do two guests
Uh,
at once.
Let me see if I can fire up two guests at once.
If you can,
Uh,
then you're blowing my mind. That would make my co-hosting thing on the Shadowcast much easier.
nope, I sure can't. Sorry.
That is a shame. But if he wants to be on the show, tell him to let us know, because I would like to hear from him. I want to know how he feels about me beating Chino.
Justin the Outcast, I am waiting on your answers, sir. I have a few hard-hitting questions for you. And while we're waiting for his answer, Shadow, what is your outlook for your match at Over the Top?
Well, you remember our match at Hardcore Halloween, right? You remember how we went on for almost half the show after being on the pre-show.
Yes, sir.
It's not going to last that long this time because he can't run away. That's why I wanted this match. That's why I accepted this match. This time we're going to be in each other's faces, and it's going to be a whole lot different. When my hand is raised, it all makes sense. You'll all start to see why I came to Bloodlust. And everyone thinks I came here because I was running away from Takedown. No. Oh, no. You've already seen part of my plan start. And once I finish off Outcasts, everything will be shown.
Well, let's hope that's becomes true for you. I hope it actually works out. But I'm going to try to get Outcast on here. He's having technical difficulties. So
seems to be a running issue.
Yeah, he's having technical difficulties, so I don't think he would be able to be a guest on today. But Jimmy, I would hate to cut this even shorter.
Oh, he's got him fixed. He's got
it fixed. All right.
Let's do this.
Jimmy, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get the Outcast on here. I'm going to get his outlook, if you do not mind.
I've been waiting for it. I haven't heard from him except for typing things out. I want to hear that voice. I want to hear the fear.
All right. Let's hear it. All right, Jimmy.
I'm out.
All right. All right, Justin the Outcast. Here comes your invite, sir. There you go. Waiting on the Outcast to join in. Justin the Outcast.
All right, I'm here.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm okay today.
Welcome to Creepy's Asylum. I am the host, Mr. Creepy.
Thank you for having me on here.
Now, we heard Jimmy's words of him saying that he's going to win the cage match and how he wants a special guest referee for your match also, but how do you feel with if the board does let a special guest referee be the Dutch Nightmare? How would you feel if that actually happens?
Well, it just seems like they want to stack the deck against me. He can't beat me by himself, so he needs his friend there.
I see. Now, I understand you're not in the Rumble, right?
No.
What's going to be your outlook for your match, your steel cage match with Jimmy Shadows? Hopefully it ends your rivalry with Jimmy. What's your outlook?
My outlook is I'm going to beat him like I have every time. And every time I beat him, he seems to just keep coming back like a cockroach. Can't get rid of him. And there's no fear in my voice because I'm not afraid of him. I don't fear him. I never have.
Jimmy says he's talked to chill and he would be fair as a referee, and he thinks 3 dubs refs won't be fair.
I don't know. He's got this new crusade going against the board, and see how that worked for the Steel Stable last season. So
That's very true. It didn't work out very well for him, did it?
nope.
Now, what's going to be your prediction for the Royal Rumble winner at Over the Top? Who do you have?
I don't know who's in it, but I think whoever wins it is going to win the title at Big Three.
Now, do you have any plans for the Big Three? Anybody in particular that you would like to go up against?
Not really. I mean, unless Cheel wants to step up after the Shadow. But other than that, I don't have anybody. I just looking to maybe win that U.S. title that I should have won.
I agree with you. You should have won that U.S. title. I think the board screwed you and putting you in that triple threat match with Chino and you and who else was it? Chill?
Darius or somebody.
Yeah. I think you got screwed on that one. Got another comment.
I do too.
I believe so. Got another. Oh, it was Jamar. Sorry.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, Jimmy. Got another comment here from Jimmy. Outcast, they have suddenly. Excuse me. They have. Have you suddenly to wake up? I don't understand. He must have typoed.
I don't think it should have been Cheel, though. No. He's saying he thinks it should have been Cheel. I don't think it should have been Cheel. Cheel's done nothing except align himself with a whiner and a talker. That's all he does is whine and talk.
See, they call themselves best friends. I think they're still in that from Jericho and Kevin Owens. And we've seen how that worked out for him.
Oh, yeah. And it's not working out for... I don't think it's going to work out for Cheel and Shadow either. And Shadow asked earlier how he felt about him beating Chino. I don't care. I teamed with Chino because we had a common enemy. And I posted, I don't care about Chino wanting to be my friend. I don't want to be friends with him. I don't need to be friends with him.
I don't blame you. But thank you for being a guest. I know you haven't been a guest yet on a podcast. Mm-hmm. But thank you for showing up.
No problem.
I am going to end this podcast for now. I've been going for I've been going for a while, and I just knocked over my stand. Shit. There we go. So, Outcast, Jimmy, both of you guys, good luck on your match. I hope you guys beat the holy hell out of each other.
It's going to be a very brutal match, that's for sure.
Jimmy says Chino is a loser. You aren't good for you. You aren't good for you. Jimmy, you're still making no sense. Chino is a loser. You aren't good for you. Whatever that means. Do you know what that means, Justin?
I think he's saying that I'm not a loser. You know, and Chino is. And good for me saying I don't care about Chino.
There you go. Okay, he wants to come back on. All right, Jimmy, I'll give you one more shot before I end this podcast. Then I got to end this podcast. Okay, guys? All right, Justin. It's been nice having you. Good luck on your match, sir. Thank you. Waiting for Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy. Before you ended my podcast.
I feel like it's a great time to interrupt because as my comments are obviously not coming in clear enough, I was trying to let the outcast know that he has obviously been snubbed. Just like me, just like Chio. He's been mistreated like Savio and Bella too. I was extending an olive branch to him, basically, to wake up and join us in our fight. Because honestly, I don't hate the outcast. I don't. I never have. I just saw somebody who was obviously struggling when I joined and decided to pick the pieces apart. And I learned from that even though he was struggling, he was still a man underneath it all. And I want to help that man become bigger than he is right now. I want him to be better. And the only way he could do that is by standing with my best friend and I. He is the Sami Zayn to my Kevin Owens, so don't bring Jericho into this. We are going to destroy the board. And I would love if the outcast was with us. And I'm putting that out there now. Maybe he's not willing, so how about this? If he's not willing, how about Outcast, when I beat you Sunday? This is directly at you if you're still here, and I hope you are.
He
when
is.
I beat you Sunday, how about you join us? And you see what we could do for you. And you can leave whenever you want, but you give it a chance.
Now
Help us.
Are you offering to help you and Chill create a stable?
That is what I'm doing.
What will you name your stable?
Well, considering I consider myself an A+ savior here on Bloodlust, and Chio, he also sees himself that way. And, you know, me and Chio, we are big fans of what's going on overseas in New Japan. That's why I went there in the off season, and so did he. So let me welcome you to, if Outcast joins us, let me welcome you to Los Salvadores, the Saviors. Welcome to what we have built.
Well, I hope you guys get your stable. I hope you and Outcast can put everything aside. I hope you guys can beat the holy hell out of each other and actually get everything put aside, put your differences aside, and make a stable and have Chill come with you, because you need at least 3 members that I know of.
Chill's not going anywhere. The Dutch Nightmare and I, even if we don't get Outcast, we're a stable in ourselves. We might just be a tag team, but there might as well be more of us.
Okay. Well, Jimmy, I'm going to have to end this podcast, sir. You have a great day.
Same to you.
Now, people, for watching the playback of this, my new time for the podcast of Creepy's Asylum will be at 8 o'clock at night. Maybe 7 o'clock. I haven't really decided. 7 o'clock at night on Saturdays, Central Standard Time. Now, Next week, the lunatic Justin will take over. This is the one time only with Mr. Creepy himself. So, you guys have a good day, and let's hope the board don't shut me down.